Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and in today's video we're taking a look at the Dinka Jester RR, retailing at a price of $1 million, or effectively $1.4 million, depending on if you get the buy it now or the trade price, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we've got Mr. Raccoon sat alongside us there in a fully modified Jester RR, ladies and gentlemen. We are ourselves in the unupgraded RR, and we're going to take it out and see how she handles. Okay, so acceleration, can't really tell up that steep hill, ladies and gentlemen. Handling's very, very interesting. It is very responsive, ladies and gentlemen. It's got very, very good handling. It's a little bit twitchy, and the back end does want to sort of slide away on you. The traction's a little bit forward. Oops, that takes a sodding hell, right? Okay, he rolled down and hit a bloody truck, didn't I? Absolutely sodding, typical. Okay, well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bring it on down to this corner and try and put it around and hit another sodding post. Okay, we'll have a look at the acceleration along the street, ladies and gentlemen. What do we think? Yes, it's okay, but it's not exactly anything to write home about. Stability, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, traction's absolutely bloody awful, ladies and gentlemen. It'll slide out on you at just the slightest wisp of a breeze, you know. Okay, so acceleration, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, is taking a little while to reach our top end speed, and the top end speed we're sort of reaching now. And yes, I mean, it's not exactly mind-bending either, is it, ladies and gentlemen? But we do seem to be shifting. Okay, so coming down this hard left-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen, trying to get round, and whoops, it is. Okay, almost hit a post and a tree and a sodding hell and another bush and a tree, and what the hell, sodding hell, I've got absolutely no idea how I managed to get around there without hitting anything, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, the sun shines on a dog's behind some days, as they say. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is the initial lap, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it on inside into the custom auto shop, as we always do at this juncture in the video, you know. We're going to go and have the vehicle modified, you know, across the board. Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the custom auto shop, and of course, as always, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going through this section of the video at double speed, just in order to hurry things along somewhat, but still provide you, the viewer, with the opportunity to have a look at the different aesthetic modifications that can be affected to this vehicle, should you then choose to go ahead and purchase it, which really is the main question of this video, you know. Okay, so there we go, we are going through all the different options. We got Mr. Raccoon there wandering around giving me the slow hand clap. Okay, so what can we say about the Dinka Jester RR straight out of the box, unmodified, ladies and gentlemen? Well, pretty much what I've said already, you know. Acceleration's okay, average really, sort of good, but not anything fantastic. Top end speed did feel appreciable, but again, not mind-bending. Now where this car really does come into its own is the handling, ladies and gentlemen. It's got very responsive steering, and its handling is very good. Unfortunately, its traction is not the best, so it is quite willing to slide up from underneath you, and that can be problematic. Okay, but with a little bit of practice, ladies and gentlemen, doubtless one can get the hang of it and learn to drive it with some degree of success, you know. Anyway, so as those of you may be familiar, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming through to the colors now, the colors of the video. So yes, we are now going to be leaving the custom auto shop, and that really is a jolly good thing. Okay, so here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. We have got two Dinka Jester RRs fully upgraded across the board. We're going to put them out and see how they handle. Okay, acceleration coming up that hill, pretty good. Handling, ladies and gentlemen, on this top corner. Yes, it is holding it rather nicely. Now we are in the rain, it should be pointed out, ladies and gentlemen, but even in the rain, provided you brake sufficiently, you know, you can get around those corners without any problem whatsoever. Top speeds are coming down the back here. We do seem to be shifting, ladies and gentlemen, the first right-hand corner, or the hard right, we should say. And again, ladies and gentlemen, getting around there with no problem whatsoever, you know. The handling, provided one does brake enough, you know, it really can get around there. The handling is very good, like I said. It's just that traction that's the concern. Top end speed, ladies and gentlemen, we do seem to be shifting. I'm in front of Mr. Raccoon. How about that? And sodding hell, the wretched swine went and rubbed me off. That's sheerly out of spite, I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely just jealous that I got in front of him for once, you know. Absolutely wretched Raccoon. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We are bringing it back round. So what can one say? You know, acceleration, now that it's been improved, is very good, ladies and gentlemen. Top end speed is very good. Handling is very good, ladies and gentlemen. It's good all across the board except for the traction, which still is rather iffy. Okay, now you can always bring these new vehicles, ladies and gentlemen, if you choose down to the LS car meet indicated on the map here, you know. And there we are. And once you take them inside, you can go ahead and have the low grip tires put on if you so choose. The benefit of that, ladies and gentlemen, is it gives you extremely fast acceleration. Now it will top speed, I should say. Acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, will be slowed down significantly, will be hampered. So the acceleration will be reduced, but the top end speed, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen. These are two Dinka Jester RRs, ladies and gentlemen. One's got slick tires, I've got the slick, Mr. Raccoon hasn't, and so it's going to be a great top speed, but we've got no traction whatsoever now. We've got those slick tires on, and so we can't take any corners, so Mr. Raccoon can get round, and I really wouldn't advise you use those low grip tires. So we brought the Dinka Jester RR up to the top speed test track, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, and we're going to go ahead and put it down and see what we get now. I just give you an indication. What we consider to be a competitive time is 53.54 seconds, so we're going to see what the Dinka Jester RR can get, ladies and gentlemen. What can it get? And here we go, waiting. 55 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. So on the outside edge of competitive, but only just. Now, of course, the next point with these cars, ladies and gentlemen, is they do have two different stances, a lowered stance and a default stance. Once again, we have two Dinka Jester RRs, ladies and gentlemen, basically both modified fully across the board. Mr. Raccoon is in the lowered stance in the red Dinka Jester. I am in the default stance, ladies and gentlemen, in the white Jester. And as you can see, unusually, ladies and gentlemen, it does seem that the default stance is significantly better. Very often, ladies and gentlemen, the lowered stance will give you an increased speed but reduced handling. But on this occasion, ladies and gentlemen, it does appear that the default is the better version of the vehicle across the board, so that's what we shall be doing the tests with. Okay, so the first vehicle that we're bringing out now, ladies and gentlemen, is the what the hell is this? This is the Dinka Jester Classic, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this is the sort of the original version of this particular car, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it is sat somewhere in front of us. So the Dinka Jester, ladies and gentlemen, has got better acceleration. It seems to have very good top speed. Its handling doesn't seem to be quite as good, ladies and gentlemen, which allows the Dinka Jester RR to get around in front of it. And now it's going to be a fight down the back, and we can have a look at that true top speed, ladies and gentlemen. And it does, in fact, indeed seem, ladies and gentlemen, that the Jester RR can take down the Jester Classic. So there we go. The next vehicle we're going to bring out is the Karen Sultan RS Classic, ladies and gentlemen. This is a car that was released very recently. You know, it has got a fantastic acceleration. As you can see there, it has launched off into the distance somewhat, you know, and it really is a rather sort of good, high performing car, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, its handling's rather dodgy, so Mr. Rackman's struggling to keep it on there, and that's given us an opportunity to catch back up. And now we're going to battle for it down the back, and the Karen Sultan RS Classic has got into the front there, ladies and gentlemen. But we are fighting for it, fighting, and we're going to go right down to line, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go. We just sneak it just in front of it. Okay, so very close. I'd say they're pretty much equal, ladies and gentlemen. The next car that we're going to bring out is going to be the Fister Comet S2. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is another car that was released relatively recently by Rockstar, don't you know? And we found it underperformed around the track. Although that being said, it is sat in front of the Jester RR, ladies and gentlemen, down the front straight. We get down the corner at about the same sort of time, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be a battle down the back once again. And it does appear that between these two particular cars, ladies and gentlemen, yes, the Jester has the greater power, and so yes, it's going to beat the Comet there. Okay, now the next car that we're going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the Ocelot Lynx. Don't you know, we found that this car pretty much underperformed around the track. It couldn't be the sodding thing. It's retailing for quite an expensive price. I believe it's $1.75 million. Can you believe? So that's $1.75 million going up against what is sort of effectively a $1 million car, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why we hate the Ocelot Lynx, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a woeful disappointment. But it does perhaps go to show or highlight, you know, just what a splendid car the Dinka Jester RR is. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, crossing the line ahead. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are not aware, is the Benefactor Serrano. $110,000 only for this car. And you may well be thinking, what the sorry hell have you brought that out for, Mr. Pugdog? And you're about to find out, and I'm sure it's going to wipe that smile off your face. Okay, so $110,000, ladies and gentlemen, getting around the corner in front of us, and now sat down in front of us along the back straight there. You think, well, we're going to surely, you know, be able to get the power under the hood there to claw it back. Don't be so sure. If you're not aware of the Benefactor Serrano, ladies and gentlemen, you are now. Okay, so the next car that we're going to bring out is going to be a supercar, ladies and gentlemen. We have been running against all sorts of sort of classics and sports cars and whatnot, but this now is the what the hell is it? It's a True Fade Nero, ladies and gentlemen, retailing for about $1.4 million. A mid-range supercar, I think we could safely call it. It is a very fine supercar, ladies and gentlemen, but even a mid-range supercar, ladies and gentlemen, is going to beat the living pants off the Jester RR. So as fine a car, ladies and gentlemen, as the Jester RR is, once you put it up against some real stiff competition or any kind of competition of a serious nature, it simply can't stand. Okay, so we're going to bring it down in price now, ladies and gentlemen. This is another supercar. This is $725,000, what Mr. Raccoon likes to refer to as Big That is it, is the Pegasi Zentano, and whilst it is a sort of low-end supercar, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of price, we consider it to be a high-end supercar, or at least a mid-range supercar in terms of performance, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, there is no question, the Pegasi Zentano, much like the Pegasi, the True Fade Nero, I should say, is going to take the Jester RR down, and perhaps that should come as no surprise. Okay, so we're going to bring it on now, ladies and gentlemen, to what we like to refer to as the final masquerade. This is the Grotti Italy RSX, and what we uphold on this channel to be the finest car on GTA for the time being. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity, as there's no chance the Jester RR is going to beat it, to point out that all of the other vehicles in these videos have been driven by Mr. Raccoon. His name is the Bromby. If you type the Bromby into YouTube, you should be going to find his channel. Why you can do that? He's got some rather good videos on there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so no surprises there. The Grotti Italy RSX beats the living daylights out of the Dinka Jester RR, and that simply was always going to happen. Okay, so what do we think, ladies and gentlemen? Is it worth $1.4 million? In my opinion, not really. Is it worth $1 million? Probably is. If you ask Mr. Raccoon, he says it's worth it across the board, and he thinks it's a fairly decent car. I say he's a bit of a fool, and he's trying to shoot me for it. Okay, no, sorry, hell, bloody Raccoon. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.